What is good, everybody? I am Kirby1, and welcome back to In Space with Markiplier Part 2. Last time we were here, I don't remember, I think it was Sneak Away we began from. And basically, we've been a bunch of wormhole hopping and going the right way instead of the left way, or the wrong way, or the left way, however you want to look at it. We've just been heading right all these times. In one of these stops, we met up with old man Mark and the now abandoned diner. We talked with him for a bit before having to choose a wormhole direction again. Where we then come into this room, where the warp core room, where we see Mark construct his own warp core. Which we talked a little bit about last video, about where that actually comes from or what actually happened there. Not too sure. Where the warp core kind of fits in, if there's now two of them, or if Mark did make the warp core originally but then forgot and made it somehow, or send it to a past him who didn't know how to make it, and the future him knew how to make it. However that works out, not quite sure yet. So then in this sequence, in this video, he chose to let go of Mark. He said he could fix it if he could get sucked up into the wormhole and fix all the stuff that apparently we've done. So then after that happened, we had at the beginning of this video a scene with Doreen in the warp core room. And then it looks kind of like a reset almost of In Space, and we are playing through pretty much, I would say, almost the exact same opening as in part 1. There might be a few like minor differences, but for the most part it plays out the exact same way as the first video of part 1 did. And so now Mark is dead again. He just got flung out the window. And now we have to either put out the fire or fix the life support, which are the exact same choices that happen after the first video in part 1. So, with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and fix life support this time. Life support.
Warning, no atmosphere detected within life support. Warning, oxygen levels dropping to unsafe levels.
Yeah, we'll get that going right away. Much Among Us style task here that we need to do.
Oxygen levels rising. Good news, Captain. The momentary lapse in oxygen extinguished the fire on the bridge. Warning, brace for impact. Alert, outreach detected. Asteroid defense system is offline. Disregard previous statement, Captain. The asteroid defense system is working at 100% efficiency. Any vibrations you are feeling are simply the guns working to keep you safe.
Okay.
I said the asteroid defense system is fine.
It sure don't look fine. It sure do look like
Captain,
a problem.
Please make your way to the nearest bunk and have a nap.
And now we're presented with the same choices yet again. This is like, almost feels like we are replaying part 1 of Space. Oh,
Initiating wakey protocol for
I've
good
been
to be
here
good.
before.
Head of asteroid defense system.
So I totally forgot to like these videos, but them already being liked.
The B stands for bullet. Now, I heard you had a little problem on your hands.
Definitely shows
I've been
we've
through
been here
hundreds of
before.
battles, fought through hundreds of traps. Few rogue drones ain't gonna get the best of me.
Hold on, I gotta double check. Yeah, we've been here before, so we're going through the part 1 right. Which is kind of neat.
Bed surrounded by loving,
but also not where we need to be anyways.
everything we know and love. So what do you say? Come on, let's jump in again. What's the worst that could happen? We could die again, I guess.
Yeah. Yep,
Hell.
we've all been here before, so letting go leads us back into what is essentially part 1. So I guess from this is why I keep the tabs open. We can branch backwards to see where we went off the rails, you know? I'm gonna just turn up my own volume a little bit. So instead of letting go, I guess we will hold on to Mark this time and then see what happens.
Please, let me go. I know I can fix everything. I know there's a perfect solution. I just have to find it. Please. Captain. Captain, no. Captain. Don't do it. Captain.
Looks like we're doing it.
You destroyed us. You destroyed everything. This was our last chance to fix things, and it's gone.
Paradox is
I
resolved.
spent an eternity in hell rebuilding this stupid machine, and you threw it all away! I don't know if you're evil or just stupid, but if I'm not back there to fix it... If I'm not back there... If I'm not back, then the warp core is not back. I thought I rebuilt it because you destroyed it.
I didn't destroy jack shit.
I built the warp core. I sent it back.
There you go, that's what I was talking about.
I built it. I built it. It was my fault.
Here you go, Mark, it's okay. Yeah. So that's what I questioned, I think, in just last video, was that did he build it in the future, or was that just at the beginning of this video? Anyways, I questioned at some point, did he build it in the future and then send it back to his past self? Because I know, like, and again, that was with the opening of part 1 and rewatching this video. He says, like, here's our warp core. We're not exactly sure how it works, but we don't need to know how it all works. But then in, I think maybe this video, we saw Mark construct the warp core. So kind of confused how that fit together and how it, or what made sense. Like, if he didn't know how the first warp core was built, but then he just learned how to build it, or he created, I guess, like, if that's truly what happened, like there was a original warp core, and then time passed, and he learned how to reconstruct it, but then it creates a, like what the thing says, the machine says, paradox, that well, he constructed it and then sent it back, but if he only learned how to construct it by sending it back, then that's a whole mess of a time loop. So, or unless he just eventually came to the knowledge that he knew how to build one, I don't know. But how he knows how to build one in the first place remains undetermined, which could cause a fucking huge problem, huge time paradox. But maybe now that he doesn't get sent back to take the tech back in time, that's what the paradox, that's what the time warp core was detecting as the paradox. And now that same paradox is resolved is because the warp core is not getting sent back.
Captain, I'm tired. I don't know when the last time I slept was. I don't know if I've slept at all.
Yeah, I've been jumping through a lot of warm place. Not that I recall.
I'm really sorry. Yes. I thought the only way to stop this was to stop you. Stop all this from happening in the first place. But it was me.
It's always you, Mark.
It was me. All those mistakes, all those lifetimes, all the people. I guess I lost hope. But you didn't. You never did.
There's still wormhole hopping. It's just like a good ending. If we actually reset the universe properly.
Software update complete.
Initializing wakey-wakey protocol. Current ship status is nominal.
These are okay.
Morning, Captain. Ooh, you look like you've been through hell. Yeah, cryo sleep sucks, but coffee can help.
Number one captain, let's go.
I'll be heading down with the advanced team. If there's any horrible aliens down there, I'll take care of them.
Not everything can be solved with explosions.
But most things.
I'll see you on the ground, Cap.
You and Mark are one in the same. Captain, all colonists are safe, healthy, and accounted for, but I'll keep my eye on them as they wake up. Thank you for getting us here safe.
Thank you for looking after the passengers.
You are a child of the universe. No less than a tree or star. You deserve to be here. And whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt, the universe is playing out as it should. Captain.
Please report to your assigned drop pods. Machines that have been appeased. Place on the sire.
Computer, let's get
There's
those
a
blast
fucking
shields
injured
open.
guy again.
The trip was smooth. Just a few rocks, a couple cosmic rays. Nothing the computer couldn't handle on its own.
Acknowledged. All systems are fully operational. All crew accounted for.
Wasn't as smooth as
She is
this.
a
Sorry,
Accounted
what?
for. Disembarkation underway.
Disembarkation.
She is a beauty, isn't she,
I
Captain?
don't think that's a real word.
Long-range
But
scans did not
all
do her
right.
justice. Perfect in almost every way. We'll still have to do top-to-bottom scans once we're down on the surface, but we're moving equipment as fast as we can. The crew is eager to get off the ship and onto solid ground. I think you can understand the sentiment.
sorry, as I was saying, not as smooth as everyone else makes it out to be. There were quite a few problems, quite a few hiccups
Yeah.
along the way.
Thank you. For not giving up on me. Just thank you.
So, do you does anyone remember all the shit we've done or been through? Or just us? So, was that the good In Space ending? In Space with Markiplier ending? Was this the good ending, if you will? Or is this just the only ending? The canon ending? You're supposed to fix everything? Just gonna skip through the credits, but I thought, we can let them play out. Alright. We got happy music. I don't know. Not too many thoughts at the end of it, I guess. Let's turn this down a little bit. I mean, it's definitely a happy ending. Everything's tied up neatly and nicely. Just know that there's other paths and shit that we have to go down and find more, basically. Find more of the story, how it all wraps up together. Because don't get me wrong, the happy ending's nice, but just like there's another part of me. It's like, well, it's not done yet. It's not over. We still got more shit to find and more shit to look for throughout this adventure. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he ever comes out and says like what's the ending supposed to be, or if like the videos will tell us which ending is supposed to happen, or if just there's like only one ending. Because I know in Heist with Markiplier, he had like, I think there was like 31 endings. I think there's a bunch of different endings in that one anyways, but that was because after each ending you'd get a part of a secret code. You'd get like ending 7 and then a letter. So then there was a little puzzle at the end that if you got all the endings, then you get spell out the sentence or whatever that he had spelled out for you, which I don't remember what it led to, or if anything, or what it said. I forget that. That happened like 2 or 3 years ago now. So it'll be interesting to see if there are multiple endings to this as well, or if there's just this one ending and this like happy ending. So is this us on the new planet then? Oh?
So much trouble. All for something so small.
And here he advertises heist. So this is Darkiplier. The white suit is Darkiplier, and then like I don't know what you call it. It's like red and blue glow. It's like almost like an old 3D style glow effect on him. And it seems he's taken our warp core crystal. So
much trouble.
don't know what that's an implication for. If it's an implication for a future project, or if it's just an Easter egg at the end, or if it's going to tie into another part of In Space here. Now, what does this say? There's an infinite ocean of numbers between 1 and 2, an uncountable eternity of decimals so similar. It would take 1,000 lifetimes to discern a single difference, an endless maze of digits so divergent you'd lose hope of ever seeing a whole number again. And yet the addition of a single number, even amongst all those impossible infinities, 1 will turn to 2. With a single decision, 2 becomes 1. When you see some of these comments, you might have to run through the comment sections too. Or if you went back and watched all the previous Markiplier works, then maybe you'd pick up on it, recognize it. This is like the Damien music, probably from his Damien animated short. And then, yeah, might find some more things in the comment section. So with this, I'm just wondering if he's like, I mean, it's like just like, you know, either a thought thing or a quote thing here that he's written in. But I don't think that actually appears in anything else. Not like all these other choices, yeah. So we actually got an ending. He leaves us with like this little saying quote thing. And I'm wondering if he's talking about, because with Darkplayer at the end there, like with the whatever, his 8 seconds of fame here. If this is like in relation or reference to Darkplayer, how there were 2 people, like how 2 becomes 1. There were 2 people inside the body, you know, the 2 people being Celine and Damien inside Darkplayer's body and like controlling him. And then back in the Damien animated short that Markiplier released, Celine basically gives up. She goes to rest in the afterlife or whatever she does. She lets her soul rest, giving Damien full control of Darkiplier, thus 2 becoming 1. Or if this is just a random quote that he decided to throw here at the end. So anyways, we got one ending there. I'm going to close all these because these just jump back to part 1. So let go restarts the loop, hold on, gives us an ending. So we went right in this video. So let's go left this time. See what happens. See where we end up. Back in this like weapons cache again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sure, like a good cookie, much as the next captain does.
Oh my God, it's you! It's been, I don't know how long it's been. Time doesn't really work the same, but oh man, it's been a while.
Welcome back.
Guess I could turn
buddy,
this
that
up
is so
again.
Sweet, but you know your cooking will kill me.
You're right.
And as a side note, pretty sure this character's name is just Bandit, actually.
Anyway, I am so glad you're back. I don't know what you did, but it has been so freeing. Opening wormholes has never been easier. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I've been able to see some things that I thought I lost. Oh, well, I guess that means you gotta go now. I know this probably isn't even real. It's probably all just one big dream, but I'm just so glad we met. What? No, you know. You can't hug people. It's just...
Come on, give us a hug. Give us a cookie. Damn, you can't actually hear that all too well. even with it turned up there, it's really hard to hear this line. This is why we have subtitles. Not that this is a big thing, but wouldn't have heard that at all without subtitles, whereas Do You Want a Cookie, Dear? Very clear, very audible. Alright, well, let's go, let's continue to go right, I guess. We've been right before. Like this right. We've been this. That's the same as this opening, is it not? We get the musical number, we do. We get the old man Mark disappearing, we get the Mark building the warp core, future Mark.
But I'm gonna fix it.
Okay, so get rid of that. What happens if we go left here then? Have you been here yet? Let's take a look. Warp core in this realm. Keep trying to find a good word to call it. Say a realm outside of time and space. This is the lady. She's pretty beaten up though.
I spent all of this time trying to find you. And it's you that finds me. I was wrong. I was wrong.
About what? Just no.
I thought it was you.
Everyone thinks it's me. Just because I'm the captain, or what?
You did it on purpose.
I gotta take all the blame.
And that if I could have just stopped you. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't choose to follow you down that wormhole.
Maybe you'd be in a little bit better shape than you are right now.
There's still time to save the universe. Has to be. Otherwise, why are we still here?
To live out our days in purgatory.
Stuck in the moment of our destruction. Like that, small mammal from Earth in the little, wheel. I loved that.
What about like hamsters or mice?
Always running forward.
But never getting anywhere.
Never moving anywhere.
That's kind of what I said. Same sentiment.
Like me.
Dude talking about hamsters.
Everything has to end.
Ugh. Oh boy.
And everything has to begin. And sometimes you just have to hold on to hope.
Oh. The power of friendship will prevail. Not to make light of the situation or anything.
Am I dead? I really thought I was dying. I really did. Because it felt like a really poetic moment, you know? Like, oh, like the Earth movies, where they go to die and they're just like, you know? But that didn't happen. No worries. I'll probably pass soon because my wounds are pretty severe. But my people are also notoriously tough to kill, like super tough. Like you chop off all our limbs and we just keep going and going. And like my Uncle Bob, all that's left is a kneecap in a jar. He is happy. Is that supposed to be it?
Glad we had that talk. We were able to figure shit out. Have we seen this scene before? I feel like we have, this slow moving wormhole again. It has taken us back to the abandoned diner with old man Mark. Here we go to the warp core. And now we're led to let go or hold on yet again. Which we've seen both of those outcomes. I like this one, didn't I? Because I go back, that's probably what the problem is. Okay, so this just leads us to this page again. So left and right here. Left and right here both end up leading to old man Mark, correct? Hold on, scenario. Yeah. Alright. So gotta go left again. Oh. Oh yeah, okay, this. So yeah, so next video we'll continue to backtrack our way through and head left this time. We end up getting one ending to the series. Maybe it's the only ending again. I don't know yet. But I feel like there's got to be at least one more ending, if not a couple more, just based on previous Markiplier projects. But anyways, we'll get to that next time, guys. So I would like to thank you so much for tuning in today. To friggin' smack that subscribe button, as it really helps out the channel, and I do really appreciate it. And as we say up in Canada, peace out.